Pretty much, I'll just be real brief. I'm just going to explain what my pops means to me. So, explaining in one word, Superman. That's how I best explain it. Just from a young age to now, he always been strong physically and mentally. Now he's more mentally. But it's just, I don't know, it's a pleasure to see him adapt to the change. And to see his mental is very strong. So I'm gonna just touch on 3 things that he has taught me pretty much to this age now. 2 is verbal, 1 is nonverbal. So the first one is prayer. He taught me how to pray. That's just listening to him pray at the dinner table and just before we go on trips. It's the exact same prayer every time I mimic it. It's because I see it works. And the second one would just be his spirituality. He taught me that too very well. Just ride in the car with him and hear just say, "Thank you, Lord," out of nowhere. Hear just say it. I didn't know why he was doing it, but now I understand it now and why he does it. And just really speaking into existence. That's another one. At first, I wasn't really with it. I didn't understand it. But after I seen his vision board and he checked out everything on his vision board, now I ain't stopped with it yet. I just be saying it. People look at me crazy at work, but I do it anyway. And it's just a beautiful thing. And lastly, strength. That's not something we really speak on a lot, but you see it, you display it all the time. And I say it's a catch-22 because as long as I've been here 24 years, I ain't never seen him cry. Still haven't seen him cry. And I guess I just picked up on that. It's a good thing and a bad thing because sometimes I don't know how to cry, but at the same time, it's a solid strength, as my mom would call it. So that's what I have learned from Pop, Superman, who before was moving. That's just what I learned from him. And I thank him for that, and I love to hear it.
Love it too, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. All right, so it's my turn. When my dad asked me to do this, my first inclination was to say, no, I'm good, Dad, because I absolutely hate doing stuff like this because I feel like words cannot accurately convey how I feel about this man, how I feel about my parents. So I didn't want to undersell it because I feel like, what can I say to show them exactly how much you guys mean to me and everything that you guys have taught me. It was pressure, y'all. I was thinking about it all week long. I was thinking about it last night. And so I decided that I'm not going to do that because I'm going to get too emotional. And I don't want to cry up here because I don't want to take it there. But before I introduce my dad, I just want you guys to know 5 things about Harvin Council. The first one is his spirit of excellence and character. He has always taught me, and by example, to always give 110% with whatever you do. And he taught me that character is doing the right thing even when no one's looking. The second thing I want you guys to know about my dad is his faith. It's unwavering. Just like Josh was saying, he speaks life into every situation. He will randomly say, out of nowhere, "Thank you, God, for everything that's coming to me. Thank you for just random stuff that he will get." The third thing is, one of the things that I think is most important is he definitely practices what he preaches. Anything that you hear him say, this man does it. He was up this morning doing he was chopping down his tree. So I'm sure you guys will hear about that, but he definitely practices what he preaches. Number 4, his willingness to help others. As my mother calls him, he doesn't know, but Johnny on the spot. Anytime anybody needs anything, this man will stop whatever he's doing and he's there. That's just the type of person he is. Lastly, one of the things you probably don't know about him is he is very funny and he has a great personality. So that's one of the things you might not know. All right, so now that you guys know those 5 things about him, I just want to give him a quick introduction. So as some of you may know, Harvin Council is a Camden native. He graduated from Camden High School and continued his education at the University of Jacksonville in Jacksonville, Florida, on a basketball scholarship. Despite being told that he would never graduate college by his high school counselor, needless to say, he graduated college and started his journey of service. He's been giving back to the community for over 30 years, and most of the time, he's doing it for free. He does this because of his passion for helping and motivating others, seeing them reach their full potential. We all know the role that basketball has played in my father's life and the doors that it has opened for him, but it has always been about more than basketball for my dad. Even through his coaching, basketball was an avenue, but motivating and making a difference was always the end goal. Sometimes his former players come up to him and still recite the 5 P's of the 5 P's of success. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. We always hear that, and that's like 20 years ago from some people, so it just shows the impact that he has. Harvin has also written 3 books, which 2 of them are on display today, and we will be selling those. You know him as coach, you know him as Mr. Counsel, some of you know him as a supervisor, some of you even know him as Hoop, but I know him as my dad, so please help me welcome Harvin Counsel.
Want to say anything, gorgeous? Come on. I'll let you hear you talk. About me. I don't want to put you on the spot. I ain't going to leave you out
I was good. He knows I don't like to get up and do this because I get very emotional when I stand and I talk about him. I don't really know what else I can possibly say that they hadn't already said about him. He is like no one else I've ever met. That's the first thing I can say about him. The growth that we as individuals have gotten just from his wisdom and his quotes and his practice of self-discipline in his life. It is really, at this stage in my life, it has helped me tremendously. And it's real. He's disciplined. It's the same thing. 4 o'clock every morning. It is the same thing with him. He said I couldn't talk about him running on the treadmill every morning and waking me up at 4. But yeah, and so he's added words that he's screaming at the top of his lungs as he's running, but he is speaking things into being. It may sound radical, it may sound different, and I will continue to say, if you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always gotten. If you want a different life, you have got to do something different. You are not going to get anything different out of the same things. Sometimes it means you may have to leave everybody to go and get it. And you got to come back. And you got to pull everybody with you. You got to try and touch as many people as you can possibly touch. That is what he does. That is what he's doing now. It is what we're supposed to do. It's what this life is about. We're supposed to touch as many people as we can touch in this journey. And so it has been wonderful watching somebody who went from very few words, still very few words at home. But I always tell my children, when your daddy does say something, you better listen, because he's really telling you something. And so now we're just in the business of just touching as many people as we can touch. I love you. We just celebrated 30 years of marriage.
Thank you. All right. Thank you to the lovely council family for what they had to say. I appreciate that. Appreciate you guys taking your time out to come. I know it's a Saturday morning. I know we've got a lot of stuff that you can be doing on Saturday, but I promise you I'm not going to keep you long. I'm a little bit disappointed because I had a whole lot more people told me they were coming and they hadn't showed up yet. I'm going to believe that they're coming. you know, but that's okay because you're here and I just need one person here. I gotta say, everybody ain't gotta hear it, you know, even though I want you to, but if one person can get something that I say today, that will be worth everything, all right? Even if it's just two people in the room, okay? I'm still gonna say what I gotta say, how I say what I say, okay? Now, in getting started, I wanna let everybody know, you see this off the court with Harvin Council. Does anybody have any idea what that means? Well, go ahead.
Well, I think everybody know you as on the court basketball player. Now you want them to show you the off the court side of Harvin Council, which is mentoring, motivation, speaking.
And that's exactly what it is, all right? I'm gonna take all the knowledge that I've learned from playing basketball and translate it off the court, all right, to do stuff like this, what I'm doing. Because through the game of basketball, I've learned so much about life and how to handle certain things under pressure, all that type of stuff through basketball. But I want you to understand this one thing here, is that, and I say this quote all the time at work, and if you work with me, you've probably heard it before, but it talks about if your ship doesn't come in, you have to swim out to meet it. If your ship doesn't come in, you've got to swim out to meet it. And the reason why I'm doing this now, and I'm doing this in the area that I'm doing now, is because, you know, I want to be a motivational speaker. I want to go around speaking and motivating people and doing all that. But in order for me to do that, I can't sit back and wait for somebody to invite me to come. All right? I can't wait for that ship to come in. If I want to do this, guess what I got to do? I got to swim out to meet that ship. And by you being here today, I'm swimming out to meet that ship. I'm not going to wait for somebody to come and ask me to speak. I can create my own speaking venue, okay? And that's what I'm gonna do. And I know some of you got things that you wanna do. Things you want, places you wanna go, things you wanna see, all right? And you sit back and you're waiting. You're waiting for somebody to come and grab you by the hand and say, let's go. It ain't gonna happen, in most cases. But you can go out there and swim out to meet it though. You don't have to sit back and wait for somebody to come and get you. Go out there and get it, man. Go out there and get it, all right? And you can get it. So that's the whole premise behind this whole thing right here. That's what I'm doing. And I know I want to get invitations to speak, but I'm still not going to just rely on that and just sit home and, because on my vision board, I have how many times I want to speak throughout the year, all right? And I probably didn't do as much as I thought I was going to do or wanted to do, but I only put down 6 times throughout the year that I wanted to do motivational speaking. And this is my 5th time this year so far. And on August 17th, I'll be going speaking at another event. All right. So I got all my 6. That'd be my 6th one right there. All right. So the vision board works. Put it on the vision board. All right. Well, I got that on the vision board, and that's happening right now. Okay. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys to let you know why I'm doing what I do. All right. And if you got something that you want to do, what you need to do? Swim out to meet it. Don't sit back and wait. Nothing's gonna ever happen if you wait, man. The people that are rising to the top, those are the people that are out here doing something. They're not going to wait for somebody to do this for them or do that for them. All right? Because it's probably ain't going to happen. Okay? It probably ain't going to happen. Okay? That wasn't part of my message, but that was just something I wanted to throw in to share with you. All right? But the topic of what I'm talking about today is going to be called, and I want you to think about this, what's holding you back? What's holding you back? And I titled it that because so many times we got so many things that we want to do, that we won't do it. And why won't we do it? What's holding you back from doing it? About 30 years ago, I got my doctorate degree from Life University. Y'all didn't know I had my doctorate degree. Y'all didn't know I had a PhD. I have a PhD from Life University 30 years ago. All right? Now, I'm going to break it down to you because when I say I got a PhD, I want you to understand exactly what I'm talking about. All right? PhD usually means some type of doctor or something. All right? What I used to do when I was coaching basketball, I would tell all my players that they need to have a PhD attitude. Okay? Every letter stands for a word. You got to have a PhD attitude. All right? You got to be poor, you got to be hungry, and you got to be driven. You got to be poor, hungry, and driven. All right? When I say poor, it means that you, terms of knowledge, terms of not having something. You know, it's not poor that you don't have any money, but it's poor that you don't have that knowledge that you need to get where you're trying to go to. All right. The next one is hungry. H. You got to be hungry, man. You got to go out there. Just like when you at home and you sitting on the couch and you get hungry, what do? You fix something to eat. You go to that refrigerator. All right. That's how you have to be about life and what you're trying to do, man. You got to be hungry. You got to get up and go get it. All right. And at the same time, guess what? You can't wait for your ship to come in. You got to go out and you got to leave. Okay. All right. And the other one is D. All right. PhD. All right. The D stands for driven. All right. You got to be driven. All right. You got to get up every day and do it. Set yourself a plan every day and be driven to go out and take care of that plan. All right. Now, you know, I talk about the chopping down my tree, and I've got like 7 things I do to chop down my tree. All right. And I'm not going to get into all that right now because I spoke about that last time. But I'm doing something now where it's like a personal development type of thing where I'm personally trying to develop myself to try to be better. All right. And I made a plan, I set a goal for myself that I'm going to work out every day to the end of this year. I'm not going to miss a day. Lord's willing, and I don't get sick or anything like that, I'm going to work out every day. Because I want to develop who I am. All right? And I'm not just going to be working out. I'm going to be chopping down my tree at the same time. I'm going to be praying. I'm going to be reading. I'm going to be exercising. I'm going to be visualizing. I'm going to say affirmations. And I'm going to be listening to something positive every day. All right? That's personal development. And you will want that in every area of your life. In your relationships, in your health, you know, in everything that you're doing, man. With spirituality, you want that personal development. You want to grow. If you're not growing, guess what? Life's going to pass you by. And then you see another person get up here, and you're like, how did they got there? Well, they had a plan. They had a plan to develop themselves, to get themselves to that next level. All right? And a lot of times we sit back and we hate on somebody else because we won't do what they did. Don't hate on them. You ought to say, hey, good job. Keep doing what you're doing. You know, I'm going to get there someday. Not that I can't do it, you know, and I can get there as fast as you got there, but I can get there one day. But you got to have that personal development, all right? You got to have something every day that you're getting up for. What's your why every day that you get up? Why do you get up? I mean, think about that. I know I got to go to work today. That should be your why. You know, that should be your why. Your why ought to be something deeper that I got up today for, all right? I get up every day looking for somebody to motivate. That's my why. We have a lineup sheet where, you know, you put everybody where they're supposed to be at on the machine and stuff, right? So we got a little section where I always put a quote down there, man. All right? And I've challenged all the people that work in my area to read that lineup, to look at the quote and see what's on the lineup. All right? I just started, so every now and then I ask somebody if they hadn't even looked at the lineup, man. But there's been several people who have looked at the lineup, and they came and pulled me aside, wanting to talk about that quote. I'm gonna tell you the truth, man.
Yes.
You were in the office when it happened. All right? They were coming on and talk about it. Man, that quote meant something to me, man. And they start talking, so now I got a chance to do what? Motivate. I got a chance to dive in. All right? Because you know what? Honestly, at my job, it ain't about that job. It's about me trying to help somebody go to another level. And every time I help somebody else go to another level, what happens to me? I go to another level. Okay, I go to another level. All right, so it's all about serving, man. It's all about that servanthood mentality. All right, and you got to have that, man. And I love it, man. I love it when they come to me because I put it there just to see who's gonna pay attention to it. And then when the people come to me with it, I know who my players are. You know what I'm saying? I know who I go to when I need to go to somebody that I need something done because I know where their mindset is. I know where their mindset is. Am I making sense so far?
Yes.
Where my amen corner at?
Amen.
I need an amen corner over there and one over here. All right. And so we can keep this thing going. Okay. But now, how are you spending your time? You know how many seconds there are in a day? Can anybody tell me? If you know, yeah, well, go ahead. If anybody know how many seconds in a day? There's 86,400 seconds in a day. What are you doing with your 86,400 seconds each day? God has blessed you when you got up. He said, I'm giving you, I'm depositing into your account 86,400 seconds. What you gonna do with it? See, if you're lazy and you're lying around all day and you don't get nothing done, you just you don't let 80,000 of the days of the seconds go. All right, because you didn't do anything. All right, and when you let that go, And when those seconds and hours and minutes pass you by, are you able to get it back? You can't get it back. Time lost is what? Time lost. You can't get it back. Well, I'll do it tomorrow. How do you know you got tomorrow? Tomorrow ain't promised to you. You need to do it now. Do it now. I know it's, well, I'm going to do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, guess what you say? Well, I'll do it the next day. And we keep going through that same routine all the time, man. All right? So do what you can do while you can do it. If you sit back waiting, time's going to pass you by, man. You know what? We spend 27 hours a week on social media. We got the Xboxes, we got the PlayStations, we got the Facebook, we got the Instagrams, we got the cell phones, we got the internet, we got TV. All right? We spend more time doing stuff like that than we're doing what? Personally developing ourselves. All right? You need to throw some of that away. All right? And start focusing on what's really going to help you get to another level. All right? Because if you just, because I see it all, people driving in the fast lane. Head down looking. You know what I'm saying? That's why insurance is so high today, because people are having all these accidents with cell phones. It's racing it through the roof, man. All right? Ain't nothing wrong with cell phones. We all need them. We got to have them. Great invention. I love them. But there's a time and there's a place to use them. A time and a place. All right? So we got to get out, and then that 27 hours a week, that equates to 3.8 hours a day. Think about it if you took those 3.8 hours a day and did something productive. You know Earl Nightingale, he's a motivational speaker a long time ago. He said that if you spend 1 hour a day for 5 years studying something, you'll end up being an expert in 5 years. Just 1 hour a day. For 5 years, you'll be an expert in that subject. What do you study? Facebook, that's what we study. Because that's where we spend all our time. Instagram, that's what we study. All our time is there. All right? Think about it. 3.8 hours a day. Think about it. If you just spend 2 developing yourself, and then spend another hour and whatever time left doing what you want to do. Think about it. All right? We spend all that time there. All right? And we need to be doing it up here. All right? We need to be doing it up there, man. Okay? Another thing about time, you think about this. There's a guy named Willie Jolly. Anybody ever heard of Willie Jolly? He's a motivational speaker, man. And he has this thing called It Only Takes a Minute. And I'm going to quote it for you right here. It says, "It only takes a minute, 60 seconds in. Forced upon me, can't refuse it. Didn't seek it, didn't choose it, but it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I misuse it, give an account if I abuse it. It only takes a minute, but eternity is in it." Can you say that again? Y'all looking kind of and that's deep, man. It don't take long to do what we need to do. We just won't do it. We just won't do it. And every day, it's going to pass us by. Next thing you know, we got gray hair, and we're like, man, I wish I had did this, I wish I had did that. Today. Start today. I don't care how old you are, I don't care how young you are. Start now. You can change that. You can change that. All right? To me, I'm getting in the game late. All right? But you know what? I got to start where I'm at. I got to start where I'm at. Okay? And I'm going to keep driving until they throw dirt in my face. I'm going to keep going. Okay? I'm going to keep going. All right? So now, I'm asking you this question, a rhetorical question again. The title of my message is, what's holding you back? After we've gone through what we've gone through, after you heard what I said so far, what's holding you back? All right? And I ain't stepping on no toes yet, but I'm hoping I can get somebody's toes to step on in a minute. All right? But what's holding you back? All right? Gaining knowledge. All right? How do you gain knowledge? Y'all can answer. Anybody?
Reading.
Say it again.
Reading.
Reading. I always talk about reading. Wherever I go, I always talk about reading. Because you know what? It changed the game for me. And I have my wife to thank for that, because before I met her, I wasn't no reader, man. All right? She was an avid reader. And I was inspired by her to start reading, because I saw the stuff that was happening in her life, man. But you gain knowledge by reading, man. All right? It says the average American only reads 1 book a year. The average American will read 1 book a year. The average millionaire reads 1 book a month. 1 book a month. 58% of Americans haven't read a book since high school. Now that's deep right there. Think about it. Over half of the people that graduate from high school have yet to pick up a book and read. That's bad. How you gonna grow? How you gonna gain knowledge, man? In this technology world that we're living in, you're gonna be left behind. And I gotta pick my game up around technology too, because, you know, around computers, I ain't very good at computers. But I never kept using them. You know, some people love them, man, they just get on in, but, you know, I can do the basic on them, but, you know, I probably need to dive a little bit deeper and up my knowledge around those things, because that's the kind of world we're turning into now. If you can't use a computer, or one of them smartphones, or your dumb phone, whatever you want to call it, all right? You got to know what you're doing. You got to have some knowledge in those areas, man, all right? And like I said before, the average millionaire reads 1 a month. And when I saw that, you know what I said? I said, well, you know what? I'm going to up the ante and I'm going to read 2 books a month, all right? Well, if a millionaire can read 1 book, shoot, man, I'm going to do 2. I mean, I was crazy for thinking that at first, you know, because it was hard enough just to read 1 book. But now I'm at that point where I'm reading 2 books a month. All right? And you know what? My goal every year is, for the last 2 years, is to read. It started off, when I first started, 12 books a year. So that's 1 book a month. So now, the last 2 years, well, that's going in my 3rd year, I wanted to read 24 books a year. All right? And this year already, and last year I read 27 books. This year already, you know how many books I read? I read 23 books already this year. I don't need 1 more to make my goal. 1 more. All right? So I'm excited about that. I want to push it out as far as I can go, man. All right? And I can see the change, man, just from what I'm learning from reading the books, man. I can see the change. If you're not reading, you know better than somebody who can't read. If you're not reading, you know better than somebody who cannot read. Use that knowledge, man. Gain that knowledge. Okay? You got to get up and do it. I know it's hard sometimes. You read and then boom, after 3 minutes you fall asleep or whatever. All right? You got to get yourself into it now. It ain't just you're going to just start opening up a book and just read it and read it and read it. No. It takes time. I can't read for a very long time, you know, right behind each other, but I read for about, if the book's really good, I can read a little bit longer, but 30, 35 minutes, I'm done. I close it. But I go back and get it again. I give it another 15, 20, 30 minutes. All right? And boom, I do it again. But guess what? When you start chopping it down, you get it done. Okay? You get it done. All right? And I was telling somebody the other day, when I read a book sometime, I like to watch sports. And in the middle of a halftime or a commercial or something, I pick up the book, open up the book. I might can read 2 or 3 pages during the commercial. Game come back on, I shut the book. All right? Commercial, open the book again. I'm telling you, everybody talk about they don't have time to do this, you don't have time to do it. You got time. You got to make the time. How bad you want it? How bad do you want it? If you want it bad enough, guess what? You're going to make the time to get it done. And there's enough time in the day. You know what? My wife said about me getting up 4 o'clock in the morning. All right? Why? Because I want to make the time to get done what I need to get done. All right? I don't want to be like everybody else. And if I want to be like everybody else, I got to do something different than everybody else is doing. You see what I'm saying? All right? And the best thing that I ever could start doing is getting up 4 o'clock in the morning. You talk about serenity and peace during that time. Everybody else sleep. Everybody else, you know, and you up, just you. Getting yourself together, doing what you're doing. Developing yourself so you can get to that next level. All right? And it sounds like, oh man, I ain't getting up. Okay, stay there. You ain't gonna get up. I'm gonna get up because I'm gonna get mine. If you don't want yours, you stay where you're at. But I'm telling you, if you want to change the game, start doing something different. Doing something different that you haven't done before. Because that's what it's gonna take. You know what? I look at all these people that are up here and these billionaires, they're changing the game. Because they're doing stuff that other people won't do. All right? And when I talk about reading, don't plug that. I think it's that ice maker, man. But when I think about what they do, you listen at the readers. Bill Gates. Everybody know who Bill Gates is? Microsoft, okay? Bill Gates reads 50 books a year. 50. You know how much he's worth? He is worth $96 billion. 50 books. How many books do you read? Don't ask me that, don't tell me. So how many you read? Warren Buffett, he's an investor, big time. Warren says he reads 5 to 6 hours every day. Every day. You know how much he's worth? $84.7 billion. Y'all getting my point now? Mark Zuckerberg, your friend. Who's Mark Zuckerberg? Facebook. You know how much that little young fellow worth? Well, he young. You know how much that little young fellow worth? His net worth is $67.3 billion. He reads 2 books each month. How many I said I read? I ain't big there yet, but guess what? Coming. I'm coming. Even if it's just in knowledge, okay? It ain't got to be in money, all right? Even if I want to have a billionaire mindset, okay? A billionaire mindset, man. That's what it's all about, okay? Dan Gilbert. You know who Dan Gilbert is? You know Josh? Tell him who Dan Gilbert is. He's the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers basketball team, all right? He reads 2 hours each day. His net worth is $4.2 billion. Mark Cuban, another NBA owner of the Dallas Mavericks. Mark reads more than 3 hours each day.
He's a shark. Isn't he a shark?
He's on the Shark Tank. He's one of the sharks. All right. He's worth $3.2 billion. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah's all over the place doing all. She got her own television station, OWN. She reads 4 to 5 books each day. And if Oprah reads your book, you're on the map. If she endorsed your book, bam, you go. All right. But she reads 4 to 5 hours each day, and her net worth is $3.1 billion. The only difference between who you are today and the person you will be in 5 years will come from the books you read and the people you associate with. So who you associate with? Are you reading books? Next question is, what's holding you back? Now I'm gonna keep asking you that throughout this thing. What's holding you back? Because I want you to start thinking in your mind, okay, I want to get to another level, but to get to that level, something is stopping me. What's in my way? What's holding me back? Fear? We're gonna talk about fear in a minute. All right? But don't let anything hold you back. All right? Go the extra mile. All right? I got this thing that I talk about being a gimper. And I got that from reading a book called The Prayer of Jabez, and in that book they talk about being a gimper. And what a gimper is somebody who does more than what's required or what's expected of them. Somebody who does more than what I ask you to do. When you do more than what somebody asks you to do, that's how you move up. That's how you get noticed. Okay? 211 degrees and 212 degrees. Okay, I talk about this all the time, so y'all probably heard me talk about this before, but 211 degrees is what? It's hot. 212 degrees is what?
North.
All right, so now you look at the 211 degrees, 212 degrees. There's only one difference between them, okay? 211 is really hot, but 212 comes to a boiling point. So 212 can move a locomotive. Why? Because it produces steam. 211 doesn't produce any steam. It doesn't come to a boiling point, but 212 does. But now I just tell you that 1 degree difference can change your life drastically. One. I got this thing that I share with my people at work that we call it the 1% challenge. And we just talked to a few of them the other day about it. And the challenge is that I need you to do 1% more today than you did yesterday. I want you to give 1% more of your time, 1% more of your energy, 1% more of your focus today than you did yesterday. I didn't say 10%. I just said 1%. And I got 16 people that work in my area. And if all 16 people get 1% every day, that's a 16% increase in what we're doing. It all started with what? 1. To me, that's the most powerful number in the numbers, is number 1. Uno. Powerful. Because everybody in the world want to be what? Everybody want to be number 1. And when you're on top, you're number one. Okay? But it only takes one extra thing to do to get to another level. Just one. Michael Jordan is known as, in the last 20 years, Michael Jordan is known as the greatest basketball player that ever played the game. All right? And I agree with that. All right? But you got people that mention LeBron James' name, and they are great. Who said that?
I love LeBron.
I love LeBron too, great player. But he ain't the greatest. And I'm going to tell you why he ain't the greatest. And Kobe ain't the greatest. And I'm going to tell you why Kobe ain't the greatest. LeBron has how many championships? 3. Thank you, Reggie. He has 3. How many does Kobe Bryant have?
5.
He's got 5. How many does Michael Jordan have?
6.
He's got 6. He got one more than Kobe. But they don't view Kobe as the greatest. They view Michael as the greatest. Just one. See how one changed the game? One. He's the greatest. Okay? Just one, man. If you guys, if you're doing something, you working out or whatever you're doing in your personal development, just take it another level. Every day, man. Try to go up one. I can say 10, 20, or 30. Just one. One makes the difference, man. If the coach tell you to run 3 laps, run 4. Teacher tell you to read 2 chapters, read 3. Okay? I mean, that changes the game. That changes the game. Because see, I don't want to keep doing the same thing that Tasha doing. All right? We're on the same level, and we're doing the same thing every day. So who's got the upper hand? So the management come and say, well, we got to let one of y'all go. Who do you think they're going to let go? If we're doing the same thing, they're going to let both of us go. You know what I'm saying? So I need to separate myself from these other people. Separate yourself. Do a little extra. Just a little. Just one. Just go one step forward. Making sense, guys?
Yes.
Go that extra mile. Go that extra mile. All right, I ain't going to keep it long, but I'm going to wrap it up in a second here, man. But the power of visualization. Ohio State University did a study on the power of visualization using 3 basketball players to prove the power of visualization. All right, the first basketball player he had, and somebody want to come up before? I need 3 people, man. Like, all you gotta do is stand up here. I ain't gonna make you say nothing. I just need 3 people standing across here. Come on, man. I ain't gonna. Come on, Reggie. Come on, Tasha. Yeah. Call you out. All right. You got 3 basketball players here. Okay? All right. The test is we're going to see if we can improve our shooting percentage on the free throw line. Okay? And we're going to do this for 30 days. All right? So for 30 days, player number 1 can't touch a basketball, can't do nothing with a basketball for 30 days. All right? Player number 2, all right, all they can do is they're going to practice for an hour a day for 30 days on his free throws. You're going to practice for an hour every day for 30 days. All right? Player number 3 is not going to practice at all. Player number 3 is going to visualize every day making free throws. All right? So she going to visualize, he going to shoot, and she just ain't going to do nothing. All right? Now, the percentages is that since she ain't doing that, how much is she going to improve? 0. All right? So she got a goose egg over her head, right? All right? So now, he's been working an hour every day for 30 days. He improved 24%. And that's good. He improved 24%. Now, player 3 over here, all they've been doing is visualizing, making free throws. You know how much they improved? 23%. Just visualizing. Just sitting there, seeing yourself, making free throws. Just visualizing it. Guess what? 23%. That's just 1 less than the one that's working out. This is real, man. want before it's even there. It works. I got a vision board. It works. I check stuff off. I'm telling you, this will help change the game, man. If you want to do something different, all right, start visualizing, man. It's powerful, man. See where you want to be, not where you are. Y'all need to write that down, man. That's good. See where you want to be, not where you are right now. Okay? Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Does that make sense? All right, man. You talked about fear a little bit earlier, man, but I always like to talk about this thing, and I like to quote this quote that talks about what is your deepest fear. And I know some of y'all heard that before, but isn't that a great quote, man? And it comes from the movie. The first time I saw it, it came from the movie Coach Carter, and I saw Cruz was the one in the movie that was always getting in trouble, always doing something he had no business doing, and that type of stuff, man. But he wanted to be on the basketball team, but Coach Carter wouldn't have no part of it because he wasn't the right fit, because he was hanging out with drug addicts and gang banging and doing all that other stuff, man. So he came to Coach Carter one day and wanted to come back on the team, and so he had to do all this stuff to get back on the team. But every day, Coach Carter would ask him, son, what is your deepest fear? And Cruz had no idea what this dude was talking about. So after a while, it clicked. And one day in the gym, they were having class. He stood up from his desk and he quoted, what is your deepest fear? And it says that our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure. It's not just in some of us, it's in all of us. And when we allow our light to shine, we unconsciously give permission for others to do the same. Now you think about that, man. We are powerful beyond measure. We are powerful beyond measure. That means that you got so much inside of you that it can't even be measured. But how many of you working on personal development? That's how you get there. From personal development. God has a blueprint, a fingerprint on everybody. Everybody in this room is different. Ain't nobody here the same. Even you got some of the same blood running through your vein, can't nobody do what God put you on this earth to do like you can do it. Now there may be somebody else doing it, but they can't do it like you do it. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of preachers out here preaching, man, and everybody's got certain preachers that they like and some that they don't like. All right? But it don't make them no less of a preacher because you don't like them. But guess what? Somebody else like them. Their message is different. Their delivery is different. What they're doing is just different. All right? Everybody got something. All right? I want to be a really good motivational speaker, man. And there's a lot of good motivational speakers out there, man. They're good. But I got my way of doing it. They got their way of doing it. You know? And that's not to knock anything. All right? But everybody's got their own gift. Everybody's got their own talents, man. All right? And what we got to do is we got to hone in on that. All right? We got to hone in on that because your gift will make room for you. And when your gift makes room for you, man, you can't nobody stop you when you're in your gift. I don't care what it is or whoever is doing it beside you. Can't nobody stop you if God anointed you to do it. Can't nobody stop it. Can't nobody stop it, man. All right? So you got it in you. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But you got it in you. It's time to do it. Okay? It's time to do it. All right? And when we talk about being fearful, well, let me finish. Let me go back and talk about this a little bit more. But the first part says that our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. When I look at the word inadequate, that tells me that we're not dumb, we're not stupid. You know what I'm saying? We act that way sometimes, but we're not. Okay? So we gotta drive forward with this thing, man. All right? Don't let that fear of failing stop you, man. It said it is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. And the next thing says about your playing small does not serve the world. You know what that means? That means I can't sit here and not do something because I'm worried about what somebody else is going to say. Why are you playing small? You bigger than that. You can do more than what you're doing. Why are you playing small? You know, because your buddies down here doing it, so you're going to stay with your buddies and do what they're doing? That's playing small. You got A ability to make all A's, but you're making C's because you want to hang out with the boys. Or you want to hang out with your girls. They're making C's, so that's what I'm going to do too. Because I don't want to overstep them, because the next thing you know, I'll be called a what? A nerd. Who are the richest people in the world? Nerds. Nerds. They're the richest people in the world. I want to be with a nerd. I want to hang out with a nerd, because they're doing something. Okay? They're doing something, man. All right? So don't get caught up in, well, I'm not going to do it because of X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z ain't got nothing to do with this. This is about you. And them same people that you don't want to do this for, or you don't want to go up for, them same people, man, you ain't going to see them people after a while anyway. They're going to be obsolete. You ain't going to see them. You know, but you worried about them, man. And you know what? And they got you when you worried about them. They got you. Yeah, I got my foot on his neck. He ain't going nowhere. I'm going to hold him down. Because if I ain't going to get there, he ain't going to get there either. I see us as African Americans, man. We'll go up the ladder, man. As soon as we get up the ladder and we start rising up, then that person down here, man, who you think he is? You think you better than me now because you are supervisor? You think you better than me because you got this house, that house, you got these shoes, you better than me now? No, I'm just thinking different than you now. I ain't nobody better than you, I'm just thinking different than you. All right? I saw a picture the other day, man, where you had two groups of people climbing a tree. Anybody seen this picture, man? It was two guys climbing a tree and a guy at the bottom pushing them up. Yeah, you had the white people on this side, you had the black people on this side. The black people on this side, the two people was climbing the tree. What do you think the guy down here was doing? Had his leg. Put him down. Where you going? Where you think you going, man? Oh, come over here. You know what they're doing? Pushing him up. Pushing him up. That's what we got to do, man. When we get in positions where we can push somebody and help somebody, that's what we need to be doing. That's what they do. Why don't we do it? We always hating and fronting on each other, man. We still got that widow lynch syndrome. We got to get rid of that, man. We got to get rid of that. That's 300 years ago. Back in 1700s, we got to get rid of that, man. All right? That's not doing us any good anymore. All right? When we come together, man, we got power. We got all kind of power, man. All right? And I like to use my hand to show you how much power I got, man. Okay? If I hit somebody with my hand open, and then I close my hand, and I hit them with the same force, the fist is going to hurt more. But I didn't hit them no harder than I did when I had my hand open. So why is the fist going to hurt more? They came together and they're close. All right? That's what we got to do. When you come together, you got more power. But when you spread out like this, you got less power. But when you bring them all in, you got power. You got power, man. That's how Obama became president, man. People didn't know what he did. Black folks went out and voted because he was black. But they came together. They don't know what he stood for. They don't know what his message was. But they said, well, we got to get him in there. And guess what? When we come together, we can get you there. You can get there. All right, but we got to stop fighting each other, man. You turn on the news, man, every time you see black on black crime somewhere, man. Another one bites the dust, man. All right? Another one bites the dust. We're just killing each other, man. We act like it's a game, man. We were watching the news the other day, man, over in Colombia, man, where this guy got out the room, went to the car. I couldn't believe it. Riding through a neighborhood, man, he just reached out the window. And then a guy from the back come running from the back of the house. Guess what he's doing? Firing right back at him. I'm like, what are we doing, man? You might hit that person you're trying to get, but when you pop, you might hit somebody else that wasn't intended to be hit. And when you do that, where you going? You're going to jail. They might not catch you that night, but they're going to get you. They are going to get you. And all of 5 or 10 minutes, you get ready to spend the rest of your life in jail for a bunch of foolishness, man. Don't make sense. Don't make sense. Y'all good? Y'all still with me?
Yes.
And talk about fear. 87% of people allow their fear of failure to outweigh their desire to succeed. I'm going to say it again because y'all should be putting that in your phone. 87% of people allow their fear of failure to outweigh their desire to succeed. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound mind. Why are you afraid? He didn't give you that. I don't know who gave it to you, but you need to give it back to whoever gave it to you. Because God didn't give it to you. All right? He gave you a sound mind. All right? You don't have to be fearful. Go out there and do it. I remember when I started writing these books, man. I had an old lady. I was speaking at a church afterwards, and she said, you ought to write a book. I said, no, ma'am. It's not what I do. It's not what I do. All right? And then a couple of months later, I had another person say the same thing. You know, so I had to start to think now, okay, well, what's going on here? Why am I getting this information like this? You know what I'm saying? So I thought about it, and I asked myself the question, well, why won't you write a book? I mean, you go around, you speaking, and you got, obviously you got something to say, so why don't you write a book? You know why I wouldn't write a book? I was afraid. I was fearful. That was something I never did before. Shoot, I ain't got to read. You know what I'm saying? There's people talking about writing a book. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even like to read. You know, so now I ask myself the question, okay, what are you afraid of, man? See, I've never stepped in that territory before, and it's hard to step over here when you've never been over here before. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to step over there, all right? But that's why you gotta have that faith, man. You gotta have that faith and step over there and do it anyway, all right? Because you know what? If you fail at it, it's really not a failure. It's just you learning something new. Now I can start all over again, but now I know what doesn't work, so now I'm not going to deal with that anymore. I'm going to do it this way now. And if that fails, you keep going until you get it right. These lights are on because somebody tried over 1,000 times before they got it right. Okay? What if they stopped after the first time we gave up? We wouldn't have any lights. See what I'm saying? So you got to keep going, man. You got to keep going. All right? You got to keep going. So I wrote the books. All right? And the best thing I've ever done was write those books, man. All right? And I'm not talking about from a monetary value or anything like that, but they are helping people, man. I've got testimonies from people that are saying how the books have blessed them. And that blesses me when I know that it's helping somebody else, man. So that speaks volumes for me. Okay? That speaks volumes. All right? I think Crystal mentioned the 5 P's of success. All right? If you read one of my books, if you got my book, I think the first one, you will see the 5 P's of success in there. Okay? So I just want to talk about that just for a second, man. But when I was coaching basketball, that was one of the main things that I taught my basketball players, man, about being properly prepared. And it goes, proper preparation prevents poor performance. So if you properly prepare yourself, ain't no way you can perform poorly. Ain't no way. If you properly prepare yourself for that test, you're going to do well on that test. But the key word is proper. Now, just because you say you studied, did you study it properly, though? Did you do it the right way? Because a lot of people hit a book, and they hold up in their face, and they read and turn the page, boom, I studied, put the book down, and then they fail the test. But I studied? No, you just had the book open. You didn't study. Okay? So it's about the proper way of doing things. All right? Do it the proper way. All right? And I said this to people at work, too, man, about 5 P's of safety. All right? Doing everything the right way, because safety is a big issue at my job, all right? So if you properly prepare yourself, you're going to prevent yourself from having a safety injury. If you all the injuries you've had at work could have been avoided if you properly prepared yourself and went by what you're supposed to go by, all right? We do it because we get careless, we get in a hurry, things happen here and there, so we, bounce all over the place, and guess what? Now we're in trouble, okay? Now we're in trouble. All right, so do things the right way. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. And you think about the next time you are out there doing something, man. Think about doing it the right way. All right, because if you do it the right way, you can't fail. You can't fail. Now it may take a little bit more to do it the right way, but it's going to be worth it in the end. All right, so do it the right way. Okay, and I'm gonna close on this, and then we'll answer anybody questions if you got some questions, man. But it was a little bit past the time that I expected to be here, all right, but it's worth it. I'm going to close with this poem. It says, don't quit. How many heard of the poem, Don't Quit? All right, everybody should have heard of that poem. But the last stanza, I think maybe the third to the last stanza. I'm not going to read the whole poem, but But the part I wanted to read says, success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint in the clouds of doubt, and you never can tell how close you are. It might seem near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you what?
Don't quit.
That you mustn't quit. Okay? I'm gonna read it one more time, man. All right? Success is failure turned inside out. The silver tint in the clouds of doubt, and you never can tell how close you are. It might be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight. That's my key right there. Stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things get worse that you mustn't quit. So you're gonna have some fights. You're gonna have some battles, but you can't quit. Don't quit. Because see, you know what? A lot of times we get close and we get that one foot in the door. And we're close to that goal, man. We're close to whatever it is. And then all of a sudden, you listen to one of baby kids say, you can't do it. So now, instead of having one foot in the door, you let them talk you back out. You can't let everybody talk you back out. You can't, because you know what? All you had to do is, and you'd have been inside the door. And you got real close. And when you get close to something, that's when things get hardest. When you get close to something, that's when time gets the toughest. It's just a test. It's just a test to see what you're going to do. God got you, but it's a test to see if you're going to stay with it and don't quit. Because he's going to test you all the time. He's going to test you all the time. And the only people that pass the test are the ones that don't quit. You can't quit. You can't quit. You got to keep going, man. There's going to be days when you ain't going to feel like it. There's going to be days when people are going to talk about you. There's going to be days when things ain't happening right. You're going to get up on the wrong side of the bed, which you should. You always get up on the right side of the bed. All right? You get up on the wrong side, change that. You can change that. Okay? But there's going to be days when people just going to come at you all kind of ways. You're like, man, everything's happening today, man. You know, what could go wrong has gone wrong. But that's okay, though. It doesn't matter what happens to you. It matters how you respond to what happens to you. Because they ain't going to happen. They are going to happen. All right? How you deal with it is going to make the difference about what's going to happen after that. Okay? How you deal with it. Okay? All right. Everybody got that? All right. All right. I'm going to stop right there. All right? And if anybody got any questions or anything that you want to ask or anything going forward, you know, I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. And we can go from there. I know it's Saturday, and like I said, I don't want to keep you guys in here long. All right, I know you got other stuff that you need to be doing or can be doing. Because I know with me, my time is precious, man. Because when I work 12-hour shifts, man, on my days off, I won't be off on my days to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy it, man. So that's what we need to be doing. Okay. Anybody?
I don't have a question, I have a comment.
Okay.
When we were talking about us putting each other down, okay. When we move up into these positions, the people that are behind us, they see us as a threat. And it makes it harder for us because now we in between, we in that no man's land. Okay, we got the people up under us and then we got people above us, and we not with either group.
I feel you.
Okay, so we in no man's land.
Yeah.
Okay, but then when we walk around and they see us separating ourselves, they what do they say? Oh, they think they better than us. But okay, I can't go back to being on the floor because I'm no longer with that group of people. But then I got the managers up here. I can't go up there with them. So where am I? But they don't understand it. They see us. Okay, you got the big head. You over here. You got the big head. But I have a position. I have to walk and talk that position. I have to own that position.
Yeah, right.
And just like you say, I can't let them talk me out of it. I work to get it. I work hard to get it. So I can't let them come in and talk me out of it. But then I can't go up there with the bosses because they're going to me. But I got to let them see that I can handle myself in my position. Okay, but then when you're doing stuff, sometimes we get to the point where, okay, I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to do it, and that's going to be it. And sometimes we forget, sometimes we human, sometimes we forget how it was when we were down there. We might be a little harsh with somebody. But it ain't no shame in going back to that person and telling them you're sorry. Okay? You gotta make it right, but you still have to work with these people.
That's exactly right.
And sometimes you have to go to your boss and tell your boss, okay, I can't do that because this and this and this, and you have to have your stuff in order. Don't just go there and say I can't do it. You have to be able to explain why you can't do
Exactly.
something.
Yep.
Okay, if I do this, it's gonna hurt my team. If I do this, somebody can't do that.
Yep.
But sometimes we just need people behind us to understand what's going on with us. And it's not, it's just like they can see it. Okay, I'm over here. I'm not with you. You my boss. So, okay, I'm gonna do everything. I'm not gonna do what you tell me. I'm gonna do what I want to do anyway and see how we will deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly right.
And stuff like you have to stay prayed up because if you don't, that stuff tear you down every day.
And that's just like, you know, and I know what position you're in, man. And just like the position I'm in, you know, when you got people that you're accountable for, you know, right now we got 16 people. I do, all right?
Yeah.
All 16 people have different personalities. You know what I'm saying? And it's my job to mesh those personalities. And guess what? Along the way, while I'm trying to mesh those personalities, somebody out of that 16 is gonna be mad because they didn't get it their way. Well, it ain't gonna happen your way. It's gonna be for the betterment of the whole group, you know. And they don't understand that all the time when you got to do it that way. They look at, well, he don't like me, or he this, he that, and that. No, it ain't that at all. So, like you said, we got somebody that's still up here too. You know what I'm saying? And I just can't go on what Debbie said. I got to go on what all 16 say. You see what I'm saying? Those are the type of things we got to do, man. So yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I have a question. Well, I got a comment and a question. My comment is that you said on your vision board that you wanted to do 6 speaking engagements, and this is your 5th one. I feel like that you've already met them because of what you did, you and your wife did, that I'm very overly appreciative of what y'all did for me and my fiance. I feel like each one of those were motivational speakings because it motivated me and it definitely motivated him. He might be over-motivated. So I say you already met your and surpassed your goal for the speaking engagements. Okay, and the question is what kind of books? Like what kind of books? No, just in general, like what kind of books should we be reading?
What do you want to do? That's the kind of books you want to read. Okay, whatever you're aspiring to be, whatever you, because like with me, I read 2 types of books. I read motivational books and I read leadership books. Because I'm in a leadership position on my job and I'm a motivator. So I want to learn as much as I can about all those areas so I can go up. Okay, so those are the type of books I read. So whatever you want to do, those are the type of books you read. Okay, those are the type of books you read. Good question. Good question.
Now, I can relate to Mr. Norris because when I was asked to be team leader and I didn't want it. I was like, no, y'all set me up to get fired because I've worked with these people for 23 years. They wasn't gonna see me, so that was my fear. They wasn't gonna see me as a team leader. And Brian Nixon, God bless his soul, one of our leaders, he passed, he told me, we chose you for a reason. Because you proved yourself. Like he said about the Gimper, I was a Gimper. I started worrying about, well, nobody don't see me, I'm doing all this, nobody's acknowledging me. Until one of my supervisors was like, we see you. You might not see us seeing you, just do what you do. So I just started doing over and beyond. Just doing what I like, doing what I love to do, and I just did it, and it was being noticed. So I got chosen. When I got in that role, it was so difficult because I didn't want to stay on my shift because everybody like, I can't listen to her because we've been friends for 23 years, I can't listen to her. But then Brian Nixon was like, you get separated. You got to separate your friendship from where you are. You moved up because you applied yourself. So you can't, they just got to be 2 different categories. So I had to do that. And it was a little rough at first, just like Mr. Lord said, it's kind of hard. But I'm in a different role now, so I had to live that role, you know? And I had to do that, and I did that. And it got easier as time went by. And then since Harvey came over in the office where I am, I've really grown. Y'all don't know. I'm not a book reader. I've never read a book to its entire in my whole life. I'm on my 5th book. And I am proud of me, thanks to this man right here. My 5th motivational book. We be in the office, we talk about it. If I read a book and I'm something that catch me, I'll stop. But my back be turned to him, I said, "Are you busy?" He said, "No." And we'll talk about it, and it just done made me, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited now, and we read the Miracle Morning. I did it this morning. I did it this morning. I made myself got up at 6 o'clock. I hit snooze twice. I was like, I said my clock 10 minutes fast anyway. Hit that snooze. And I was like, okay, it went off again. I was like, why do I need to get up? I hit it again. But I laid across the bed. I don't know why I was already up. But I got up. Started my morning, man, went through my vision board. He started me with that too. Got my vision board. I did what I had to do. By 8 o'clock on the dot, I had finished about 5 things that I said I was going to do. As far as getting up, motivation, I went walking. Had one little extra that I did. I was walking. And you always say when you walk, got this from him too, I can, I will, I must. When you swing your arms, I can, I'm out there, swing, I will, I must. And the more I said it, the faster I got. So I was going, and we got speed bumps. So I changed the game. I was tired, but I wouldn't quit because I knew I wanted to go another lap. So when I walked, I got to start out walking. So when I went, we got speed bumps. So I walked to the speed bump, I jogged to the next one. I walked to the next one, I jogged to the next one. And I was giving out legs burning because I'm new to this. And I got in the yard, man, I was like, I did it, but I felt so good. I felt so good getting up at 6 o'clock, starting my day, and I'm motivated for the rest of the day. I'm good. And other times I'll be laying down, I'll be so sluggish, tired, don't want to do nothing. I'm ready to go now. I leave here, ain't gonna tell him. But thanks to him, I appreciate that, man. And he sees growth in me. I just bought somebody else a book because we were talking, and I was like, I went in there and what I did. You got any more books? I want to buy one. I got one. I done read them. I want to buy one. I bought it and gave it to a young lady, and she was like, "How much I owe you?" I said, "You know me nothing." I hope you get as much out of this book as I did, because I hear you talking, you're a good person, and you need that motivation. And she was like, "I promise you, I'll give it back." I said, "No, I got one. It's yours to keep." She had tears in her eyes. She said, "No, I never did that for me." I said, like you said, we have to help others.
Gotta do it.
Gotta do it. So I appreciate you. I really do, man. I appreciate everything that you've instilled in me. You got me reading. You got me listening to all these motivational speakers every morning. I used to listen to old school, watch TV while I'm getting dressed for work. First thing I do when I get up, I hit my phone. I'm listening to Les Brown, E.T., motivational speakers all the way to work. So I got goals that I got set and challenging me. And I love it though, man. I'm so full of energy that I did not have. And I really appreciate that, Harvin. You're doing a great job. It's showing and it's helping me help others more. But man, just keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. It changed the game, guys. I'm telling you,
Man.
that's proof right there, man. It changed the game. You just gotta be willing to do it.
Yeah.
It ain't easy now. It ain't easy, but you just gotta be willing to take that step and just do it, man. Just do it. Okay? Good. Anybody else? Okay. Deep, you want to say anything, man? Yeah. If you want to say something.
Man, well, I was sitting here thinking,
That's my oldest son. But no, he's my nephew. But
Hey, everybody.
I consider him my son.
I better get up and say something since you said you want to say something. I don't know, while you were talking, I was sitting there and she was talking about music just now, and I was thinking about the old Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. And he started out saying, I'm going to make a change for once in my life. And it's going to feel real good. I'm going to make a difference. And I'm going to make it right. So what he was saying there is, one, we have to change our mindset on the approach where we're going to do. We're talking about leadership on our job, talking about our routine in our life, just talking about just being great. It starts with a choice. It starts with you telling yourself, looking yourself in the mirror and saying, I'm going to make a difference. And then once you make a difference, that 1% he said, once you start steaming, once you start moving, you watch what follows you. You watch what changes around you, and you watch the people around you starting to change. Just because you decide to look in the mirror. And I thank Uncle Harvin because years ago, he did this for me. And all those conversations on the front porch, our front porch talk, made a difference in my life. And I didn't think it was doing anything then, but now, man, I use all those things, those being a Gimper, and the 5 P's of success. I'm talking about getting out the boat, just motivating me. The next time that he has an off the court with Harvin Council, the person that you give a book to, we expect to see them. The person that you talk to, and you and your fiance, I expect to see them. The people you lead on your team, that you feel like you motivated and you touch, we expect to see them. We expect to overflow. That's the goal. He'll tell you it's not about him. It's off the court with Harvin Council, but he'll tell you it's not about him. It's about making a change for everyone else. And the most expensive thing Uncle Harvin ever gave me was TIME. Time. This is something he gave you all today, his time. It's expensive. Yeah, it's expensive to give time. You go to motivational speeches, you go hear E.T., now it's going to cost you $700. You go hear Les Brown's going to cost you $1,000. It's going to cost you, today it costs you what to come in the door. Let's do it. Man. Let's make a change by changing one at a time, one person at a time, bringing them along, and let's not be like that picture on the tree, pushing them down. Okay? Well, if anything, if you're at the base of it, let them stand on your back to get a little higher. Push them up. Pull up when you get up. Pull up. Encourage them to reach up. You can't do it all. You got to reach while somebody else is pulling. You got to do your part too. So I appreciate you, Uncle Harvin. I appreciate his time, and I appreciate that most expensive gift you ever gave me, time and knowledge. Thank you.
Right.
Okay. If nothing else, anybody got?
Oh, well, let me, come on, can you do the honors? Oh, you just point it, just point it.
Just
Everything
point
else is said, don't touch nothing else, just point it. Everybody, my name is Terrence. Maddie is my mother. And one thing I really got out of this, before, I actually knew who you were, I heard of the council's name, around school, and nothing but good things, but to actually be here and witness and see the impact that you have on not only your family, but just, your community is really inspiring to see in person. And for me, it just made me think of, I'm part of an organization called the Conqueror Movement, where it's me and a group of friends, they're out of Charleston, and we do different mixers to help support artists and professionals, millennials, black millennials, to give us that support. We do a lot. We just had an event a few months ago, but one thing me and the creative director, we noticed we had one of our events and we saw it was mostly women, and we started asking the question of where the guys are, and then that got into us having this long conversation of the lack of support that we see in the black community amongst black men. The women are doing it. Y'all get together with no problem. Y'all get together on a Saturday and cry on each other's shoulders. Like, we don't do that because it's not manly. It's not manly to talk about your emotions, but it gets bottled up and it comes out in abuse. It comes out in other ways. So we started working on a web series. We got all of our male friends together, sat in the couch, just, chilling and having these real conversations about our upbringing and talking about, how it feels not having father figures in our lives and what we're going to do to change it. It's like we got to break these generational curses. We can't just keep going and having the same thing. It's not cool. We have to make certain things not cool. We have to make it not cool for you to have a child and not take care of your child as a man. We have to, as men, have to set that new standard in the black community. We not cool. You're not hanging with us. You can't come around us. Like if you're not being responsible and handling your responsibilities. So your presence is definitely felt and respected. Just, I try to take, you know, a little bit of something from everybody that I come in contact with, especially black men who are doing something correct. You got the support of your family here, you doing something right. So I want to just appreciate you for being who you are, because I'm going to take that energy don't die, just get transferred. I'm going to transfer that to the next brother that might need it. I often speak at BJJ in Columbia. So everything that I've got here, those kids are going to, you know, have it, and they're going to be able to give it to their children, their cousins, and it's just going to spread. So thank you for being that seed.
All right. As they say in church, all hearts, minds, and souls satisfied. I'm just playing. I just wanted to say that. I've been waiting for a while to say that. Oh man. Okay, but again, thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And hopefully you got something out of it, man. And I don't know. I think Terrence might want to talk to a few of you after it's over, man, and just kind of get your comments or feedback or whatever going forward. But again, thank you, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And I'm just looking in the room, and look like most of the people already got the book. So, but if you want a book, need a book, buy one for your friend or something, man. And I also have bookmarkers up here too now. So when you read, you got a bookmarker with off the court Harvin Council as well, man. Okay. Okay, yeah, don't forget, you got some more cake over there. All right, so y'all get some before you leave. All right, again, thank y'all, and have a good day, the rest of it.
Today was an event about empowering individuals. And I leave, every time we have a conversation with the council, I leave more inspired than I did when I first came to St. Now. And it's important that we take time to encourage one another. And I thank all the council for doing that for me.
Well, what I got from today that most inspired me, that got me to thinking, was when he asked, what am I waiting on? Like, what am I doing? What am I waiting on? What's stopping me? What's holding me back? And it really got me to thinking. I put it in my phone. It's something I'm going to start looking at and asking myself, is there some things that I want to do? And it's just no reason why I'm not doing it. So that's what I got to say.
As usual, I thought he did a wonderful job, and the words of wisdom, that encouragement that he tries to give everyone, it was definitely something that everyone could grab something and apply to their lives just to be better. And so I am so proud of him.